Wow. I feel a glow. I feel a glow. I feel the shine. It's time to shine. It's time to shine. It's time to shine. So I want to share with you. So yesterday morning I actually watched the sun. I watched the sunrise, and I actually watched the sunrise this morning as well. And as I was watching the sunrise, I was thinking, wow, there is no light like the sun. Like there is no light like the sun. And it's so cool that the sun, it nourishes all life, and it gives life to everything. And it's like, I don't know what we would do without the sun. And it made me think of like, ourselves as well as individuals. And I think of the essence of who we are, and I think of my little nephew Jace, and I see there's this soul about us, and that's why I say choose to shine, because there is this sun within us, and as we allow that sun to glow more, and as we allow ourselves to shine, and as we choose to shine, it seems like our soul starts to nurture us, and it starts to provide for us. It starts to show, we just start to see that there is something more to life. We're not just existing here. There is a potency and there's a power to our individuality, and that's so cool, because as we allow our light to shine more, like I said, it starts to illuminate every area of our life. And it starts to shine on other people. And that's what this whole channel is about. It's about choosing to shine. Yo, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm Dave Shine, yours truly, and this channel is all about inspiration. I like to talk about things that inspire me in hopes that it will inspire something within you. And today, we're going to be talking about the inner sun. And we're going to talk about the things that kind of, maybe just hold us back a little bit from shining our unique light in the way that feels best to us. Like that story I just said, this inner light, this essence of you, this unique presence of life that's here, that's always shining bright. What obstructs this? What obstructs this? I wish I would have came up with this analogy. I did not come up with this one. I did not come up with this analogy. I heard this and I was like, wow, I wish I would have came up with that. But it's for everybody. So it's really cool. So this guy named Dicken Bettinger, he's a 3 principles practitioner, and this is kind of understanding that I've been looking more into, and it really has been benefiting my life greatly. So what he said is this. He said we all have this inner light. We all have this inner light within us. And this light is always burning. It's always burning. And the only thing that prevents us from actually feeling this inner light burning and really allowing ourselves to glow is the clouds of thought that we have on our mind. The clouds of thought that we have on our mind. And this is just like when we have clouds in the sky. We have clouds in the sky. You don't see the sun, but you know the sun is still there though. The sun is still there, but we just don't see it. And just like when our thoughts are cloudy, when we have a lot of stuff on our mind, the sun is still shining, but we just don't notice it, and we just really don't feel it because we're so caught up in here. And you've heard me say this before. When you have less on your mind, you shine. When you have less on your mind, you shine. This is what this is about. Creating these videos and being in this state of inspiration, creativity, I have less on my mind because I'm so focused and so zoned in on this activity of what I'm doing right now, and it feels really good to me. And so it's very easy for me to allow myself to shine through and allow the light to shine through. And I was like, that is the best analogy ever. When we have less on our mind, we shine. When we have less on our mind, we shine. When we have less on our mind, the sun tends to just come through and glow. My nephew Jace, he doesn't have a lot of stuff on his mind, so that's why every freaking day he wake up, every time I'm around him, he's all happy and stuff like that. And this is for all of us. It's like, this is not like, it's cool because you really don't have to do too much either. Jace does not have to do too much. He just be being. He just being. When you have less on your mind, you shine. You have less on your mind, you shine. Let me tell you this other story real quick. So, you might have seen that my arm is broken. So I had an incident on my dirt bike, broke my arm, blah blah blah. It was actually I was talking to a family member the other day, and I said this was a beautiful incident. I feel like it was because I gained so much clarity. I gained so much from this incident. I gained so much perspective. I saw things that I did not see, and I'm just happy to be here right now. I'm really happy to be here right now. And so, actually, I'm gonna share this with you real quick. So in 2017, you know, I really was on this success crunch. I really was like on these bugs are they like hanging out with me. I was really on this thing like, you know, I want to create success. By the time I'm 25, like I'm trying to be a millionaire. I'm trying to be driving the Bentley Flying Spur. I'm trying to be, you know, living large and things like that. And so because that's what I thought that I wanted, I was doing the things to get that. And I also had people helping me do the right things to achieve that. But what I've noticed, and I made a video about this yesterday, is that like you can be doing the right things for other people, but you can be doing the right things for other people, but you can, let me say this the right way. Let me back step real quick. Are you doing the right things for others, or are you being the right person for yourself? Are you doing the right things to achieve something that's really not of yourself, or are you being the right person for yourself because you're being on purpose? And that was something that I really kind of noticed during my kind of like, what do you call it? What is the word? I forgot the word. It's like just like a leisure moment or something like that. But I noticed that like I was doing the right things for other people, and because I thought that's what I wanted, instead of being the right person for myself. And recently here, I've just kind of noticed that, like, you know, the way that I'm being the right person for myself, and it allows me to do things that are also of advantage to myself and others, and it feels really good, and I feel like I'm just shining. Like, you know, that's what it's really about. And so that's why it's like, it's so funny, because like, you know, it's kind of like the clouds in your mind are kind of like the doing of things for other people, and doing of things because this is what the world says you should do, and doing of things because, you know, this is what social media tells you to do, instead of being the right person because you're on purpose and it feels good and you're allowing your light to shine. You know? Let's go. Choose a shot. And this is the last thing that I'm going to share with you guys. This is going to be something maybe to help you notice when you're really caught up in the clouds of your mind. There was something that I forgot to tell you about when you allow the inner light to glow, and when you start to pay attention to that. What tends to happen is, when you start to pay attention and when you start to really feel this inner light glowing, your soul glowing, it tends to clean up all the clouds in your head. It seems the clouds start to part. The clouds start to part. The clouds start to part as the sun starts to shine through. The clouds start to part as I get on this video camera and make videos like I'm not thinking about much. And as I go through my day, I just remember this feeling, and actually this feeling is always there, and that's a really cool thing. So, shortly after I broke my arm, I was sitting at the park, and, you know, I was there, you know, just trying to get some peace because I had a lot of stuff on my mind. I was thinking about doctor bills, hospital bills. I was like, oh my God, my arm broke, Just a lot of stuff was going on. And I was trying to figure out, like, I just had a lot of stuff. And so I was having these negative thoughts in my mind, then I would try to replace it with the positive thought. You know, that's what everybody say. You know, you got a negative thought, replace it with a positive thought. And so I was going through that little cycle of doing that. And then I had this moment where I was like, holy shit. The answers that I'm looking for are not going to come from my thoughts. The answers that I'm looking for are not going to be me playing in the clouds. The answer that I'm looking for is when my soul shines through and I start to see something differently. When I start to shine. And the shine doesn't have to be me being excited and me screaming and me making a video, but it's like something comes through and I start to see clearer in the moment. So that's what happened. Literally, that's what happened. The thoughts, I had all the thoughts, and I noticed, I was like, holy shit, the answer that I'm looking for is not in my mind. My soul came through, I start to shine. I start to shine. The shine came on my mind. That's literally what happened. The shine came on my mind, and I was like, oh, I can't figure it out right now. And then the next thing came. Oh, it's okay if I'm thinking these thoughts, because these thoughts are going to continue to pass. And the more that I try to fix every thought that's negative, the more that I'm going to be caught up in the clouds of my thoughts. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. And so this is a deeper meaning of Choose to Shine. This is a deeper meaning of Choose to Shine. You know, from a outwardly viewpoint, if you judge by your perception, it would look like Choose to Shine is about being excited and about being happy all the time and just going crazy and being inspired all the time. But really, choosing to shine is knowing that you're okay in this inner sun. If you allow this inner sun to shine on your mind, you'll see that everything is really working out and you're in the right place at the right time. So that's what I want to share today. Hope y'all have a beautiful day, and I'll speak to you very soon. Peace.